guys, I'm Angie. Welcome back to my channel. I was experimenting yesterday and I have done one before and I wanted to maybe do a little tutorial here of something similar to this. See how flashy and colorful that is? I don't know, can you guys see? We're gonna make a heart shape. And I'm going to show you how to do that using my mold here. Yes, it's a little worn, but still works just fine. So with that being said, let's get started. So first, I like to start all of my pieces with a coat of UV resin, hard type from Let's Resin. This is my go-to. I do order it off of Amazon, and this is the kind I'm used to and the kind I enjoy using. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just putting a coat in there, and then I kind of just, or a layer, I guess, if you would, of resin in there, and then I kind of just coat whatever shape I'm using in the resin. And then I, of course, hit it with a torch real quick just to make sure we don't have any bubbles. And then I'll cure that for 60 seconds. So while that's curing, let's go ahead and cut our shape out. So we're going to use a different one here. This is another, oh, so gorgeous. Another one I did. That's more of a, well, why'd I put it over there? More of a dragon scale one. That's what I like to call it. It does have some interference blue behind it. So I'm just gonna cut out the heart using another one. And then I'll just cut it just a hair smaller so it fits in the mold. Now this is dichroic film. This is two different colors fused together, so it makes a different color. Absolutely gorgeous. Looks way different in the light than it does when I'm using it. All right, that's cured. So let's go ahead and just cut this to size. I like to use my little cuticle scissors here because they are pretty exact. And then we're just going to cut these down just a little bit. How you guys doing? How's everybody been? Let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. I did do a video, a demold video a couple days ago, but it was a very, very short one, and it was just a demolding of something I had made and wanted to share it with you guys, and it still has not posted. Not sure what's going on with that one, and that gets very frustrating because I'm trying to put content out and YouTube is just not, I don't know, there's nothing in it. I didn't really say anything in it, and I don't know. Okay, there's that. That fits pretty good. Now also in this mold, I am going to be using tin foil. And this is just regular Dollar Tree tin foil. I'm just gonna cut my shape out about the same size as this part here. I'm just gonna cut around it, and then I'll do the detail in just a minute. So I don't have the whole piece, because you know it's kind of weird to work with. So here we go. Let's just cut around this heart shape here. There's that. And this just, I noticed that tin foil just has so much, it kind of just adds to the well, you know, to use an old school term, bling, to whatever I'm creating here. And I just love that the look of it just brings out all the, you know, it kind of reflects the colors differently than if I didn't use it. So I kind of like to change things up a little when I'm making pieces, just so that we're not doing the same thing all the time. Not that it's a bad thing, because definitely I'm really enjoying myself and having a lot of fun making all these different pieces, but I still got stuck on trying to make an Etsy store with the name, and then it got mixed up with my email address and my phone number, and I just couldn't get it all squared away. So here we are, just making charms and having fun with it, that's all. So here we go. Let's put some more resin in our mold here. And then we're gonna go ahead and make sure there's no bubbles. And I see bubbles. So we're gonna just kind of move it around in there. Do that, and then we're gonna put our little heart shape right in there. Okay, then I'm gonna get my tweezers, and I'm going to just make sure that this is kind of pushed down. I don't want any bubbles at all. So what I do is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I come over here to the edge where I can see, and I put my UV light behind it, and I try to kind of cure it from underneath. Can you guys see that? I try to cure it from underneath so that I can just have no bubbles, because that's the only way I can tell that there's no bubbles is if the light's really underneath it. And if I'm pushing down with my tweezers just enough to get it set so that there's no bubbles, because nobody wants bubbles in their hard work resin pieces. I mean, maybe somebody wants bubbles. I mean, they show up from time to time, and I don't mind them so much. But if I'm really going for a no bubble look, I'm gonna cure it from the top here now. But if I'm really going for a no bubble look, then I appreciate not having bubbles. If that makes any sense. I'm sure it does. Okay, so we'll cure that from the top, and then we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna cure it from the other side just to make sure that we're cured before we add the tin foil, because the tin foil is not see-through in any way, shape, or form. So we need to make sure that our piece is cured. It's gonna be like it's two different pieces, basically a front and a back. So we've gotta make sure that we have it cured on both sides. So that's ready. This is what we're gonna put on the back side of it. Now this right here, can you guys see that? Is some glow in the dark that I'm hoping will show around the edge of the tin foil. So I'm hoping, because you're not gonna see the glow in the dark part through it because of the tin foil, but I would like this to show around the edges. So if I do it right, oh, that's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So we're gonna cure this side. Make sure we don't put that too close, because that will cure that, and we don't want that yet. We're not ready for all that. But our tin foil piece is here. It's ready to go. As soon as this is done curing, then we will press on. I won't really be able to tell if there's any bubbles behind that, because I can't really see. I won't be able to see through it, but that's just gonna add to the character of it. Even though I want this to be a bubble-free a bubble-free piece, it's okay if there's some that show up. Oh, that is so pretty. That dichroic film, it's so dynamic. Like, it just, it's by Little Windows. I don't know if you've gone to their site. I think it's Little Windows Resin, but they have all kinds of tutorials and stuff on their site, or on their YouTube channel. So it's really, really cool to see all of the different things that they make. It's not just, they don't just have the film, they have all different kinds of stuff. They have molds and all kinds of fun stuff. So, all right, so we're gonna put some more resin, some more UV resin here. I do see a couple bubbles, but they're around the edge there. I'm hoping you won't be able to see them too much. Okay, and then we're gonna put our tin foil in. Can you guys see okay? I know it's not zoomed, but all right, there's our tin foil. I try to do shiny side out, so the shiny side should be facing the other side. Is that the shiny side? Like I didn't even, yeah, that's, okay. As I said, okay, shiny side is now facing the right way. Yeah, there's a bubble, but it's okay. It's okay. I like to make sure that I have enough resin on top of it as well. Just so that it's covered. I do like to make sure that it's shaped properly and that we're not going to have some kind of funky shape either. When we flip this over, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put it on 90 seconds just so that it's a little extra, but there's a little more, whatchamahoozy there, so a little more UV resin there. And then all we really have to do is add our glow in the dark here, which actually I'm gonna add a little bit more. Let's just, this is, it's kind of a gritty, sort of a sandy, glow in the dark. It's a powder, obviously. Oh, that's great. I just blew it all over the place. So much fun, so much fun. I do have a little bit of glitter in there as well. It's a pink glitter just because I like glitter. I like glitter in everything. I just want to make sure I have enough to fill the back of this. If not, I could always add a little more clear or a layer of clear on the top, but since we're waiting on that to cure, then we're just gonna, you know what, I'm gonna flip it over to, I think we're gonna cure the other side just to make sure that that side's cured, because there was resin underneath that piece as well. Oh, that's so gorgeous. Can't wait for you guys to see this. Actually, we're just gonna do 60 seconds on this side just to make sure that we're cured all the way through. So love this Dicroche film. I just love, love, love. I've used it in so many ways. I just bought a whole new pack from Little Windows. I know I say it a lot, but it's really a unique thing. I don't see a lot of people using it in a lot of things. So I like using it. I think it's fun. It really adds some unique looks to some of my pieces that I've made, so I can't wait to sell them. I have some really, really interesting ideas and places I want to sell them. So almost done. A few more seconds on that, and then we're going to throw this on the back. Look at all this. My glow in the dark. That's all right. My mat is a mess anyway. It's got interference blue over here. It's got white paint because I did a couple paintings that I couldn't record because when you have an Apple phone, if you take too many pictures or whatever, then you have to buy more storage, and I was very reluctant to do that until I started recording some videos, despite the fact that I had erased some of the ones that I've posted on YouTube already, erased them from my phone. It would stop in the middle of the video whatever video I was recording, it would stop in the recording in the middle of the video saying I didn't have enough space on my phone to record. So I just broke down and bought the extra iCloud storage. I just think it's ridiculous. Anyway, I understand the purpose behind it, but I just didn't want to have to pay more than I've already paid for my... All right, can you guys see that? I'm just trying to get the bubbles out. If there's any bubbles under there, I'm just kind of tap it a little. Okie doke, let's get that cured, and then we can pop that out, and I'm gonna put it 150 seconds, then we can pop that out and take a look at it and see how fantastic it came out. Super excited. I'm really having fun with this. I did 1, 2, 3, 4 paintings. And on those paintings, I've added bubbles. Like I started learning how to make bubbles. Some of them are, you know, decent size. I mean, some are small, some are just little ones, but adding bubbles to my paintings, and they look really cool. They add really a different type of, you know, more of a controlled beautification addition, I guess you could say, because you're obviously controlling it, and they're on paint pours. So one I did with like a shovel that I got from Walmart, not shovel, like a dustpan, like a small dustpan. It was about that big. It didn't come out, the actual painting didn't come out how I expected it to, because my Amsterdam copper is heavier than the rest of my paints, so it kind of sunk, so it didn't show up as much. So that's what prompted me to make the bubbles, and I made them out of their circle themselves was made out of copper, so just to make that copper, you know, show up a little more in that painting, because I made it like coppers and blues and whites, and I don't know, it added an extra layer of coolness to it. And I did a couple different sizes, and then I did a couple other paint pours, one with some greens and black, and one with a purple and a blue and black, and those came out really neat. And just added some bubbles to those, just to, you know, with some accent colors that kind of made them look different, unique. So I do need to do some more of those on camera. Well, now that I've paid for my extra storage, then maybe I can share some more of those with you, because I do have another canvas. So I have a black canvas that I would like to use for, I don't know for what yet, but it's ready. So I think it just started raining. Oh. But the animals are inside. We're Wishbone, and then there's 2 cats that I feed breakfast and dinner. All right, that's still warm. We're gonna let that cool for just a minute. Put this away for now. I think I showed you guys before these are called bales, right? This is a bale, so you would glue that on the back or on, you know, onto your pieces so that you can wear it on your necklace or whatever. I've got, well, I might as well tell you, I'm going away this weekend. It's my weekend off coming up. I get 1 weekend off a month. It's always the 3rd weekend of the month. My brother keeps my dad for the weekend, and my daughter's in Largo, so at her Grammys. So I'm gonna go down there and stay the weekend, bring Wishbone. He's gonna stay at the motel with me, and we're gonna stay on Madeira Beach. It's really close to the beach. It's just across Gulf Boulevard to the beach. So I'm gonna have some sunset pictures. You know what, I might do some videos too, and let you guys see. It's just a place of love for me. I just love, love, love the beach. Love, 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 love. Okay, let's go ahead and demold that. Are you guys ready? There it is. It's so exciting. Oh, look at that. Look at the bling on that, and I'm hoping that a couple of little pieces I probably need to sand the back, but I'm hoping that this backing that we did, the glow in the dark, will show up when it's worn as just like an outline. That would be really, really cool, wouldn't it? Even if we put like a heart in the middle of the tin foil, or even a circle or something that could show some of that glow in the dark through it, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Look at that. And we'll put a bail on the back of that and wear that. Oh, just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I love you. I hope you have a fabulous, fabulous, it is Monday. Hi, Wishbone. It is about their dinner time. They usually eat dinner about 4, so if it's around 4 o'clock, then that is why Wishbone's nose is on my lap here, because he's like, it's time to eat, lady. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have fun. I hope you make one. Let me know in the comments if you made one, or if this inspired you to make one, or even to start doing any type of UV resin crafts or anything like that. I watch a lot of resin videos. I love them. All different kinds, not just UV resin, but all different kinds. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a fabulous Monday, and we will see you in the next one.